Hello, what's up, everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. It's your boy, the Crackhead, and I'm wishing you all a wonderful Thursday. Praise water, it is getting closer to Friday. Last night, before I tell Una good night, I've been telling Una, say, because of this wiki with Officer Yerima thing will happen, the reaction of people for social media don't really show us say our country no go ever better. Because on one hand, it dey like say people where they talk, they comment, they analyze on this thing where they support wiki. Maybe they never really sit down, think, first of all, within the constitution talk about this thing. And secondly, think whether it been dey right for Wike to throw insults on that guy. And I see say some people talk say before there was a reaction, there was an action. Meaning say before Wike go throw insult on that young man, it means say that young man been don't do something or because of the way he been dey respond to Wike. But again, you fail to think, where is your manners? Waiting Wike for the common sense, just like Governor Sanwo-Olu been do for 2021-22. Now to carry phone, call the superiors and say, waiting happen. Nobody we don't talk about this land. Wike for subtract, for minus himself from that scene. Anyways, I don't see one video for Facebook where my brother, hey, I just hope say this guy they form this accent, say no be really Calabar or Akwa Ibom person. Waiting pay me pass for waiting this guy talk. Whether Navy suppose they online, whether they no suppose they on sea. Brothers and sisters, I beg me when I watch this video, whether I go follow annoy you now as he annoy me, even though now up to 5 minutes. Let's watch it together.
I just see how Nigerians they celebrate the naval officer where we can confront yesterday. The young guy, people were saying, he's brave, he's fearless. Yes. People just they celebrate the guy. If I what they say, they forgive the guy. And I just look at the comment, I just they laugh, shame they catch me. Shame they catch me, say this not the mentality of people where I call my fellow citizens be this. Firstly, this guy, naval officer. Naval officer. What is the business of a naval officer interfering on land disputes? God, I beg, which kind of country be this? I thought the jurisdiction of naval officers was confined to maritime and water disputes.
All right, may we first answer that one when you ask. Waiting concern naval officer with land dispute. My brothers and sisters, waiting concern policemen with guiding civilian. Policemen, they no suppose they look for crime to fight. Waiting concern those policemen where they work out with Wike. That's just by the way. I they ask them question for question. Now, regarding the roles of the Navy, whether na Nigerian Navy or foreign Navy, I bet me kuna understand say the duty of the Navy is not just limited to water alone. Okay? Because if it is limited to water, so you won't tell me say if Navy person or Air Force see as person they commit crime, making just leave them, they go just because say concern him because he's not supposed to combat crime on land. It's supposed to be on water. So make naval officers see as person they buy person or see as person they commit crime. Make it just tell and say, okay, it's not my job, leave him. No, that is not how it is. If a naval officer or Air Force or whether an army see as person they commit crime, their duty is to arrest that person and hand the person over to the police. Now, police go prosecute that person. But anyway, so those of una will be say una go just come social media, they talk things anyhow. I be ask AI, are navies only meant to settle conflict in water? He replied, navies are not solely meant to settle conflicts in water. They play a crucial role in various aspects of naval operations, including maritime diplomacy. Navies can be diplomatic tools in the post-Cold War era, supporting statecraft and defense engagement. Military operations. Navies have been involved in military operations in Afghanistan. Legal frameworks, role evolution. The roles of navies have evolved over time, with naval forces adapting to the strategic environment and political demands. And I come to ask about Nigerian Navy. Are Nigerian navies only meant to settle conflict in water? It replied, the Nigerian Navy's operations extend beyond just settling conflicts in water. While it primarily focuses on defending against external threats and safeguarding the nation's maritime interests, the Navy also engages in various activities such as counter-piracy, oil theft, and other illicit activities. Now, the last one is illicit activities. Now, coming to this land, what was the illicit activity? Unto say, they understand, or the person will get that land, understands, say, they want, taking land. If, according to waiting, if he has the document to that land, he is the sole owner of that land, and say the Federal Capital Territory just want to take over the land, to him, that's an illicit activity going on in that land. So, in send in boys, in junior officers to go secure that land or to go watch over waiting they go on for that land. Now, tell me, now police info send, now army info send, or now air force info send. So, I beg, if una one day talk something before una analyze what una want analyze, make una go make una researches to understand what the law says and to understand how you can act and behave in such a situation. Let's listen further.
That a superior officer can gather boys to go and protect empty land for him with taxpayers' money. A retired superior officer gathering our Nigerian naval officers that should be protecting our waters.
How do you know he's using taxpayers' money to pay those people? How do you know? What if he's using his own money? What makes you think it's taxpayers' money? What if those officers are under his how they go talk employment and they adjust the ASCO? Because maybe we know come social media come they talk with you, we don't know. That was why I said before you make an analysis, make sure say you look for the fact, find the fact. Unless you have evidence that those military officers are being paid using taxpayers' money, okay, on this part, you are right. But the Nigerian Navy is not limited to solving conflict and disputes only in the water. Tell me, why they no build their base for water, if not only for water? Why Air Force no build their base for the sky? Make it be saying only military, make it be saying only army soldiers get base for land. Since una feels una day wise. Anyways, let's continue listening to this Akwa Ibom or Calabar boy. I hope say no just be from my place, really.
People that should be protecting our waters and ensuring that Nigeria is safe are being used to protect lands for superior officers. These people are even they are megalomaniacs. Look at the way the guy was the naval boys were even talking to police officers. I'm not your mate. I'm bigger than you. Who are you to talk to me? Look, if anything happens to you, now your family goes suffer on land, on an internal dispute. Who has more authority? Who has more authority on that matter? Is it the naval officers or the police? We live in a country where our security institutions have abdicated their basic responsibilities and are now involved in power tussle rather than finding a common ground to move this country forward. And these are the characters of the people that Nigerians are applauding, celebrating.
Exactly. You are the reason that Nigeria is experiencing the level of stagnation that we are today. First of all, understand, say, Nigerians applaud that military officer because he rejected Wike from entering that place. They applauded him because of his humility. Because despite the fact of the insult that was rendered on him or to him or with him or at him, he maintained his calm and told his oppressor, in this case, Wike, I am not a fool. That statement, brother, bet you Nigerians will never forget. When somebody oppresses you, tell that person, I am not a fool. When somebody tells you, get out, tell that person, I have integrity. That is what Nigerians are applauding. Let's go ahead.
People that are supposed to be defending our waters are defending land. The ones that are supposed to be defending land are defending politicians. And you think, as a pharmacist, you're celebrating this guy. You think they have your interest at heart? You think they care about you? That guy was there on a selfish, illegal assignment. He went there not for the interest of Nigerians, but to serve the sole interest. I beg, answer me this question.
Wike, where they destroy lands anyhow, where they collect lands anyhow, is it for the interest of Nigerians? You know there is social media where people they cry for Abuja, talk say Wike don't take their land. Is that the interest of Nigerians? Did Wike come there for the interest of Nigerians? Brother, no allow before I invoke Ntokonupo on you. Anyway, let's listen further.
If Wike is accusing that man, I'm not saying Wike is right or wrong. And for the fact that I'm talking against this guy does not mean I'm supporting Wike. But let's call a spade a spade. If Wike is saying, look, these people do not have papers, these people do not have documents, and they're occupying that land, shouldn't that be a concern? Because what it might imply is that the man that owns that land might have forcibly taken it from a poor man.
If that is the case, so make Wike carry the thing go court. Very simple.
Because why wouldn't you have proper documentation of your land? And the naval officer was telling Wike, the papers are complete, the documents are complete. Look at the level the Nigerian Navy has degenerated to. Look at the level the Nigerian Navy has degenerated to. Naval officers are now, defending land disputes for their superior officers. So naval officers are now working under the Ministry of Land, Housing and Urban Development.
I beg tell me, now your village person for can't defend that land. The one where police be say if you talk bad about person, then go lock you up and call. Is that a police job?
That is why we have so much insecurity in this country. Because these people don't care about defending or protecting the poor masses. Their own interest is to protect individuals with privileges, elites. That is their basic interest. They don't care about the poor masses, whether Boko Haram is spying the poor masses on land, or whether these militant people are kidnapping people on the waters. That is not their business. Their business is protect politicians on land. Then the ones that are supposed to defend the water protect the land of superior officers. So who now protects the average Nigerian?
Michael Assam, out of everything where you talk, the last 1 minute don't make sense. Yes, if instead of them to protect civilians, to protect the masses, they are protecting people that already have power. That one you did correct. I give them to you. That's the same thing I said in my video. If Wike was an average civilian, we know for hear this story the way we hear them today. I allowed the full video to play so that go be like say I take only the bad part to analyze and leave the good part. I just wanted you guys to listen to the full video and to hear waiting in own opinion. Of course, we are all titled to our opinion. This naval officer, if tomorrow in F-up, I go still come bash him for the fact say he has done good yesterday, no mean say no go fit F-up tomorrow. If he come F-up to, I go still come tell and say, Oga, you don't F up for this one. So as much as we're analyzing things, let's analyze with facts and just leave sentiments by the side. So Mr. Michael, Nigerians applauded that young officer because of his courage in the face of intimidation, because he was bold to tell the Federal Capital Territory Minister, I am not a fool.